It's Sunday, March 26th, 2023. This is the Pound for Pound MMA podcast. Guys, my name is Tabor Cragen.
My name is Mason Knight. This is episode 159. We're doing the Marlon Chito Vera versus Corey Sandhagen recap. After that, we jump to some MMA news, but no preview show this week because Saturday, April 1st, this is not an April Fool's joke. There is no card next week, but we are waiting with high anticipation for that UFC pay-per-view. Israel Adesanya versus Pereira coming up next. The following week after that. But before we do all that, Tabor, where do we begin?
With our social media accounts, Mason, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok as well. All the same P4P MMA pod. Guys, go follow us right now. We're posting funny memes, trying to make guys laugh. Hit us up down there. Also, guys, go follow our TikTok. We want 1,000 followers on TikTok to go live over there. Also, go to our Rumble, guys. We need 25 subscribers on our new Rumble channel. It's not a lot. 25 subscribers, and we could finally live stream back on Rumble. We have a new channel. We had to change after the rebrand. Go follow that, guys. Please, we're begging you. We need to live stream on Rumble as well. It's massive for us. So go follow that. Also, if you it seemed like it was a card that was big enough that deserved it.
One sec. For some reason, it said that our connection was DC'd and then it muted us. So you might need to reshill all that. I fixed it, but
reshill everything.
Yeah.
P4P MMA pod, guys. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Go check it out. Okay. Post funny memes trying to make you guys laugh. Hit us up. Subscribe down below, YouTube. Also, subscribe on our Rumble, guys. 25 subscribers over there to go live. We need subscribers on our Rumble. Go check it out.
Yes, very much so. It appears that everything is okay right now.
Yeah, I think we're up.
Yeah, I think we're up. I think we're good. All right. So without further ado, guys, be sure to go and check out all that kind of stuff. Let's talk about this main event, Tabor. Chito Vera versus Corey Sandhagen. The main event, a lot of people were looking forward to. This was a highly anticipated matchup in this bantamweight division. But boy, it
felt like a lackluster performance on the side of Chito.
Yeah, it really did. You know, I expected Chito to come out and be just a little bit more aggressive, especially being down 3 rounds, my personal opinion, going into the 4th and 5th. And there just wasn't anything for him there to pull the trigger. And I think stylistically, this was actually Chito Vera's hardest matchup because, you know, you look at a guy like Dominic Cruz, who's very unorthodox, and you can catch him kind of slipping, you know, like when Dom drops his head a lot. But Corey is sound technically. He's a very sound striker. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. And I think Chito was looking for that window, that hole to be able to kind of, you know, maybe capitalize on something.
With a counter punch or some sort. But
yeah, there just was nothing there.
Yeah.
Corey's defense was sound. His striking was right there. I mean, the combinations were landing for Corey. I mean, Corey looked great last night as far as what he was set out to do. And he accomplished that with flying colors. But judge's scorecard, absolutely egregious. What the hell was that? One judge had it, Chito 48-47. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that guy was watching. I mean, he just kept on looking for the perfect shot, but he wasn't throwing it. And then coming into the 4th and 5th, like, dude, you're down 3 rounds already. I don't know what the fuck your corner's telling you, but you're not going to go for a finish. Like, there was at times, like, towards the end of the fight, especially in the 5th round, like, dude, there's a minute left. And you're not pushing the pace. You're not really getting in there. You're not getting in the pocket and trying to engage. Like, yeah, you might get knocked out, dude. It's Corey Sandhagen.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you need to finish to win this fucking fight.
Well, you're also Chito Vera, who has never been knocked out. His 7 now 8 losses have all been via decision. So the guy doesn't get knocked out. yeah, I was very disappointed in the fact that, you know, he didn't really try to go for it and solidify it, you know, with a finish. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, Corey is still that top guy in this division, and this has helped Corey exponentially here, winning this fight. You know, and this division right now is so rough because you have so many top contenders, right? So you have obviously Aljamain Sterling versus Triple C, Henry Cejudo coming up May 6th, I believe is that card. And you know, you have Merab Dvalishvili in the wings. You have all these great fighters, you know, Pereira coming off that loss again. But I mean, and Sugar Sean O'Malley, of course, we got to talk about that. So where does Corey kind of sit in this division, and what are we going to see next? Because I got to be honest here, if Aljamain Sterling wins the belt or fights Henry Cejudo and wins the belt, then Merab's going to have to fight someone else because they're not going to fight each other. But if Aljamain Sterling, or no, excuse me, if Aljamain Sterling wins the belt, he will move up, which will give Merab an opportunity to take that belt. Right, the vacant belt.
I say you do like Merab versus Sean.
No. You know what I want to see? I want to see not for the vacant. For the vacant, I would like to see Merab versus Sean. So you are right, but I would love to see stylistically Corey Sandhagen versus Sugar Sean O'Malley.
If Aljamain Sterling holds on to it,
yeah. If he holds on to it, oh my God, that'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
I would love that fight.
Ant W says the judge that scored it for Cheeto was a local judge that has only judged 4 major promotion fights. Big John was talking about him on the podcast.
Then why okay, so in a big fight like that, see, this is what I don't understand about these athletic commissions. Like,
they have more power than the fucking promotion itself.
Laura also went off on the live on that egregious.
Oh yeah,
as well.
Yeah, I would have too. I mean, this is the problem. This is why, you know, I do agree with Dana White. You got to finish fights because you can have someone who obviously doesn't know what the hell they're doing, some local judge for a giant promotion in a main event that has huge implications for this bantamweight division. And you have an incompetent judge like that who has no fucking idea what's going on. It's wild, man. It's wild. Yeah, my God. Yeah, absolutely. It's just like I don't understand. I don't understand how we have not tightened this up in this sport.
What could you grab that scorecard for us, Devin? I just want to know what rounds he gave the Cheeto.
He gave Cheeto 3, 4, and 5. And I actually on mine, I think when me and Mason were watching it, I think I said maybe it was the 4th round Cheeto was putting on him a little bit more. So I said, hey, he might be down 4 rounds, but if you were to give him round, I would agree with 4.
But 3, no way.
Just for the sake of it. But 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
You're going to have a better argument with me going for round 5, which was more higher paced, more energy, but I'm still with 4-1 Corey.
Yeah.
As how I judged it. 49, 48. So
46. Yeah, 49, 46.
Sorry, 49, 46. So yeah, and then if you want to do 50-45, I mean, that was a pretty stellar performance by Corey. So I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, if you want, I gave Cheeto 1 round, 4, but the last of the rounds, which when someone said that the scorecards were messed up, I was like, is it Sal? But hey, shout out to you, Sal.
You done good.
It wasn't him. It wasn't Sal.
It was Joel Ojeda, 48-47, Cheeto Vera, 3, 4, and 5.
Well, Joel Ojeda, whoever
guy?
the fuck you are, never judge another fight ever again.
Never.
Or get some better training. Goodness gracious.
He won't do that. No, zero accountability. Anyways,
I do want to bring this up. Ant W says Aljo said he's going to fight Sugar before moving up if he beats Triple C Henry Cejudo. So
Sandhagen, Merab, do it.
I know, what a weird fight though.
I fucking love it. Merab smashes.
Yeah. No, well, I know. I think Merab would win that fight. I think he would. Yeah, for sure. But you got to worry about those Corey Sandhagen flying knees.
Just fucking. That's why it's such a good matchup, dude. Because Merab, imagine putting a pace like that on anybody. Corey Sandhagen, I don't know, man. He could catch him. So it's very interesting. But Sandhagen, that's the thing. I want to see these fights. You got to see Merab versus Sugar. I want to see Sandhagen versus Sugar. I want to see Merab versus Sandhagen. I want to see Aljo versus all 4 of those guys. The bantamweight division needs to start churning here soon. I know the next pay-per-view is what Izzy, and then after that, is it May? It's Cejudo Sterling.
Yeah, May
Okay,
6th.
it's coming soon. It's coming
Yep.
soon. Hopefully, we get one of those big matchups on that card.
Yeah.
Because it's possible. Anyways, let's move into church coin picks. I mean, octagon coin picks. I took Cheeto.
We're never gonna get that right.
Never. For forever, it's gonna be called that. I had a lot of coins on Cheeto, actually. I think I had 5,000.
4,000.
4,000 coins on Cheeto.
Well, and then 1,000 on the prop.
I knew he was going to go out there and lose a couple rounds, but I really did think he would just show that urgency and go for the finish there. And he just really shocked me. And hopefully he can go back and learn from this fight, because this is the type of fight that you need as a great fighter, like, because he could be a champion still one day. And I don't think his stock's going to fall too much with that performance.
Well, and again, styles make fights. And for a guy like Cheeto, who kind of his cream of the crop is like waiting for that opportunity. Like Corey just didn't give him that opportunity to try to, get the finish there. And, Corey was just a better fighter that night. But I did put 1,600 coin on Sandhagen, got 1,000 return. And then I also, for my prop bet, went Sandhagen by decision for 400 and got a return of 480 OC.
Nice. All right. Let's go to prop bet at Cheeto KO. 1,000. Let's move on to the co-main event of the evening. We had HOLM versus YANA SANTOS. Complete one-sided domination from start to finish. YANA had literally no answer for anything on the feet or the ground for Holly there. She was giving her best effort, but it just was not enough at any time. Holly was just ragdolling her, did whatever she wanted.
Yeah, and I don't want to say props, but YANA is a competitor. She is a fighter, dude, because you know what? She could have given up multiple times in that fight, and she
never
still quit. Yeah, she never quit. So like hats off to that of just having that fighters, that warrior spirit. But also on the side of HOLM, I mean, how decorated, how impressive is HOLM at 41 years old to still go out there and perform the way that she does on a consistent basis. That Ketlen Vera fight, a lot of us thought that she won that fight via decision, and now she goes out there and just absolutely dominates a younger YANA SANTOS, coming off a year and a half after having a child. But to look the way Holly does, man, I mean, after all these years, she's still the top girl in this division. And it's absolutely phenomenal. I love watching Holly fight. She just signed a 6-fight deal before this fight. Now, do I think she's going to, fight out that contract? No, I don't think she'll have 6 more fights or 5 more fights, but I'm very excited to see her make one last run towards the belt. And I hope she does because she's dominating all of these women. I mean, outside of Amanda Nunes, like,
yeah, but it's like, do we really want to see that fight again for the fucking 4th time or whatever? Like,
the way I
who
look
else?
at it,
so I get it. I mean, but
deserves
it's like,
it
fuck,
too, But yeah, I know.
It's like
I know.
5 times. It's like there's no one else. No one can beat Holly. Like, that's all you gotta fucking do to get a title fight. You could be on a 6-fight fucking losing streak. You beat Holly Holmes, you're getting a title fight.
Yeah,
Juliana Pena.
So
know what I'm
do
saying?
you do
Like,
Holly Pena for International Fight Week?
That would be cool.
Or do
that
you
would
just
be
do-
cool.
That would
or you
be
just give
cool.
her the shot? Because in my opinion, she won that one.
Does Nunes even have a
Vera.
fight?
I don't think she does. That's what I'm saying. So why don't we, instead of getting the Pena trilogy, would you rather get HOLM?
Well, I'm sure
Period.
Raquel
Either one.
Pennington's next. I'm
she?
pretty sure. Well, no, I'm not
She
saying.
got
I'm not
the
saying it's
shit
official.
kicked out of her last time
I
she
know.
fought Nunes. Like,
I
bad.
know. I know.
Remember when they
But
were
again,
like,
she was the
like,
girl
I'm
that just-
done. I'm done. And her corner sent her back out there.
Right. But she just beat Ketlen Vera, who technically beat Holly Holm. So Pennington is technically next in line. I'm not saying that fight's official. I'm just saying.
Can we just fucking clone Amanda Nunes and just have her fight
Fight
herself?
herself.
Like, because it's like
Yeah.
what else are we doing here?
It's like the
just-
characters in the video games where one hair's
Yeah.
blonde, the other one's like black hair, and you just have
Exactly.
them fight each other. Yeah, there you go.
Can we just do that, please? Because this division's fucking ridiculous. Like, Holly Holm isn't beating Amanda Nunes. I'm sorry. Like, she's gonna go out there and get her ass kicked. But I get it. She's a legend of the game. She's a future
so
Hall of
you
Famer.
do HOLM Pena and Pennington Nunes.
Yes,
Yeah,
sure.
I
Fuck
like
it.
that. I like
I know,
Pena versus Holm for the number 1 contender, and then you do Pennington versus Amanda. Let Amanda just
And then
choke her to death
forgive
or
my
smash her.
ignorance or something, but have Vera and Santos fought yet?
Catlin? I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Well, there's not much to do with like the rest of the.
No,
Oh,
this
I'd like to do the Vieira Aldana fight again. Pretty sure they fought each other, didn't they? Or no, maybe they haven't. No, they haven't.
Yeah, and Irene Aldana knocked her out.
Yeah,
in the first round. I remember that. And then Aldana went out there and fought Holly Holm, and Holly Holm beat the shit out of
Yeah.
her. So
I'd like to see that rematch. Vera versus Aldana.
okay.
That'd be nice.
Okay. This division's wild, dude. I don't know
It
what's
is.
going on. I don't know what's going on. Shout out to Holly Holm, though. You know, post-fight speech was very awesome. I can't repeat what she said. I'll get banned off YouTube of all
I
fucking
did
places.
not hear
Oh, I
what
didn't
sh-
hear what
I didn't
she
hear
said.
it.
Holly Holm said something controversial?
No, it's not controversial at all. But if I say it, it will be with YouTube, so I can't say it.
I'll just listen to it and relay it.
That's so
later.
stupid.
I've already heard it. I'll tell you off camera.
What is the
Don't
top-
sexualize children is the gist of it. But you can't
Oh,
say
you
that.
can't
Now
say
you're
that.
fucking
Yeah,
now you're
that's
anti.
crazy,
you
bro.
know what I'm
That's so
saying?
crazy.
Like
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
even say that. And
I
you get
know.
banned on fucking YouTube. This episode's gonna get demonetized
That's
just for that.
so wild.
Fuck
man.
YouTube. This is bullshit. Anyways,
Love you,
wasn't
YouTube.
controversial. She spoke facts. Yes, we know, Aunt. We know. But we've seen people get banned for way fucking less on YouTube. Man.
That's
It's
so
crazy.
yeah. What a clown world we live
It's
in, where you
fucking
can't
wild.
even fucking come out and say shit like that.
Like,
That's just fucking
like I can already see the fucking Twitter articles and shit like that. All the fucking people coming after Holly Holm, man, just for saying something like that.
That's
All
because
right,
they're
well,
all PEDOs,
It's crazy. Yeah,
baby.
Yeah, let's
That's
move
what
on.
they are.
Yeah, shout out to Holly, future Hall of Famer. I can't wait to see what happens next for her. But forever, I will always pick her in every fight. It's like the only time I'm not going to pick her in this division is like maybe Pena and Nunes. But
I think
Holly's gonna have
I'd rather
wins.
see a fight with her and Pena.
I think I'd rather see that too. I don't want to see her fight Nunes.
I think I'd really enjoy that fight because Pena, if she did what she did in the first, no, because I feel like her boxing was way better in the second Amanda fight. Even though she got toasted, she does have some hands. So I'd like to see that back and forth. Those styles are a little bit similar. Maybe she takes Holm down, but we'll see.
I got to be honest here, though. I don't want to see this fight on International Fight Week, and I'll tell you why. I want to see this as a main event 5-round fight. Juliana Pena versus Holly Holm. This is going to be the #1 contender for this division. Has huge implications because, say what you will, you might think, oh, Juliana Pena or Holly Holm will get smoked by Amanda again. But you know what? We've been wrong about this women's division, and we got to start giving these ladies some credit because, Juliana Pena did go out there and upset the world and defeat Amanda Nunes. She did get smoked the second time, but you know what? She still beat her. So I think I'd like to see that fight go 5 rounds. I'd like to see who is the true #1 contender in this bantamweight division, and whoever wins that fight gets Amanda next. That's how I would do it.
So
Oh,
you're not going to
NW's
give
dropping fire.
You're not
in
going
the
to give
chat.
Pennington the shot really right now, or do you want to see her
I
fight
mean,
again?
I mean, you can, and W,
No,
and W is-
Pennington does not deserve the shot. Let's be honest. Holly versus Valentina is a fight. Let's just let Chael promote it. Yes.
What? Holly?
Yes.
I don't think
Holly Holm?
Holly
don't
Holm
think-
versus Valentina Shevchenko, 135. Let's
I
fucking
don't think we're
do
going to
it.
see Valentina fight at 135 unless it's Nunes. I feel like she
Yeah.
said that before, but I could be wrong.
That's the fight. You're
Bro, she's
fucking
way
on.
too
You're on
small,
one
man.
hand. That's the fight right there.
She's
no,
way
it's not.
too small.
Dude, she
Valentina?
was beating the shit out of Nunes in some of those rounds.
I know. I just Holly's just too big, dude.
No,
She's a big girl.
bro. She's good.
Yeah,
She's
I
good on the feet. Takes her down. I don't know. It's a different question. Anyways, let's get into church coin picks. We got to move on. We both took Holly. I put 500 coin on her. Gave me a return of 227. One of my few fights I got a return on.
Yeah, I put 3,000 on Holly. I was pretty confident in her, and then she got the job done. I got 1,363 OC coin back.
All right,
All
Nate,
right.
the train, Landwehr
Let's move
versus
on.
Nate
Austin
the
Lingo.
Train, baby. Nate the Train. Let's go, dude. I love this guy. Oh my God, Nate.
Congratulations, Mason. You hit that.
Yeah. Hey, I just had a feeling all week. I was looking at the lines, and I was looking at like how Nate would win this fight. And Austin Lingo's got pretty good boxing. We talked about this last week. But I didn't really see like any like true credentials on the ground. And I know Nate, he trains at a submission gym. I forget which one. And I was like, you know what, man, I'm feeling Nate the Train by sub. I think it's the, what's the old expression? The club and sub, baby. And that's what he did. He knocked him down and then took his back and submitted him. It was nice.
He was getting pieced up a little bit for the first half of the first
Yeah,
round.
he was.
And I
Nate
think
was,
Lingo's cardio kind of faded.
And that's
And then Nate
it was
started
those
finding
teep kicks.
Nate started finding his range, and then it was just Nate was winning the war in the second round, and then he just got that.
But that is what Nate does every time. He's like, I don't want to say like, I don't want to be disrespectful and say a punching bag, because he's not, because he was thrown in the first round. He looked good in the first round too. But in that first round, man, he'll let his opponents gas out. And then even halfway through that second round, let him gas out, because Nate's dog in him. I mean, this dude has got a dog in him like few fighters have. Then I would say he's in the top 2 or 3% of dogs. And he'll just keep moving forward. He'll keep pressing the pace. He'll keep fighting. And he just eventually wears on these guys and he'll finish them. And that's exactly what he did again. It was a great performance by Nate the Train. I mean, this guy's awesome, man. He is Hick Diaz. You know what I'm saying? Like Hick Diaz, not Nick Diaz, but Hick Diaz, baby.
Shout out Tennessee.
Let's go. Shout out Tennessee. Yeah. He looked great, man.
Nate is already 34. If he's going to have a run, they got to give him a ranked fighter soon. I would like to see Nate versus Edson or Ige. Yeah, that'd be a good match.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I mean, regardless, like
I don't know if this guy's making a run. But
yeah, I don't know if he'll ever be a champion.
champion.
And that's fine. Not every UFC fighter has got to be a champion, because one thing about Nate is he's a fan favorite and he's one of the most entertaining fighters in the UFC. And I genuinely get excited when I watch him. It's like a guy like Clay Guida, right? Never was a champion, never really went on like a true run. But like, man, every time Clay Guida's on a card, I get pumped up, because he's just one of those guys that you love watching, regardless of who he's fighting, regardless of how old he is. Like, it's just fun. So shout out to Nate the Train.
Absolutely. Shout out
again.
Yeah, dude, those teep kicks were fantastic. The second he did figure out his range, especially in the second round, was landing the teep to the body. He was landing the big body kicks, the leg kicks, and then started landing those head kicks. He threw like 6 head kicks in a minute. Crazy.
Yeah.
And he landed probably like 4 of them, and then they get a finish. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's move on to coin picks. I did take Austin Lingo. I thought the boxing was going to be a little bit too much. He did have a lot of success there, but the cardio was not holding up, and he could not keep up with Nate's pace there. So I did lose 250 coins.
Yeah, I went pretty big on Nate the Train. I put 2,700 coin on Nate the Train. Got a return of 1,000. So.
All right, Andrea Lee, MAYCEE Barber. A lot of people were saying this was a robbery. They all thought Andrea Lee won that fight. She did get a couple nice takedowns, had some control time, but I mean, I didn't think it was a robbery. I thought it was a very close fight. MAYCEE was winning a lot of exchanges on the feet, but there were times when they were kicking at the same time that Andrea was landing nice, and you could say some of those exchanges she won. So I don't know, split decision, man. I can't be mad at this scorecard. I thought it was a good fight.
Yeah, you know, me and Devin were at the casino, and I actually put money on Andrea Lee. I really like the value at a plus 220. I did put OC coin on MAYCEE Barber, but betting wise, I liked it more for Andrea Lee. But what I will say is I do agree with you, Tabor. I did slightly have it for Lee, but again, this fight was so close that I wasn't upset when Barber won the fight. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like, it's a matter of opinion. I think, you know, when it comes down to the judges, I don't think any of the judges were egregious here on the scorecard. It's just, it is what it is. 2 out of 3 of them had, MAYCEE Barber. A great fight though, a lot of fun. And I think Barber did do enough to win the fight as well. She pressed the pace more in that 3rd round and just looked good. So it is what it is, but a great performance. My biggest thing with MAYCEE Barber now, though, is there's been so many decision wins for her. If she really wants to be in this top echelon in this division, she's got to kind of start finishing these top girls, man. She's got to kind of have to solidify that to get like a true #1 contender. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like it's decision city right now. And, you know, she's been looking great. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not taking anything away from Barber. And it's not like she's going out there trying to get a decision. But I'm just saying, like,
when you get into the technical game of these higher echelon girls, you're not going to be able to outpoint them.
Right,
so
right.
Who's next for Barber? Do we not really sure? Has someone in the top 10, obviously, because Lee was ranked 11. Do we give her Araujo, Ribas, Maya, Murphy, Chukagian, like somewhere maybe below the top 5?
You know, Jennifer Maya coming off that win could do Maya Barber.
Yeah, that's a good fight. Lauren Murphy off that loss.
Yeah, or Lauren Murphy off that loss. Yeah.
Chukagian. Jessica Andrade.
I'd say anyone below the top 5 just to improve a little bit more, maybe get a finish and then start fighting like the Andrades, because I mean 1 through 5 are pretty much just straight killers, and I don't know if she's ready for that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, Shevchenko,
think of mine, she's still only
Grassos,
24.
Santos, Blanchfield, Andrade. I mean, Chukagian, like, fuck, that's literally the cream of the crop.
Yeah, it
So,
is. Yeah, Furio, Santos, Blanchfield, and Jessica Andrade. That is a lineup right there. And
Valentina,
cater
Chukagian.
to the
number one.
Wolves immediately.
Yikes,
It's like
dude.
maybe we got to
Yeah.
do, not to say that the bottom 5 aren't Wolves themselves, but Arujo, Rebos, Maya, Lauren Murphy, and then if she can get, I'd say 2 more wins, and then let's see her in the top 5.
Isn't it so funny how things can change outside of the bantamweight division for the females? Because it's still a shit show there, and we all know Amanda is top G. But dude, a women's flyweight division. I mean,
It's good.
We were just talking about this for the longest time. Valentino on top, but it is kind of fun to mix it up now with that Valentino lost out Alexa Grasso. And she's going to get the immediate rematch. But again, we just went through this top 5. Manon Furiat, Talia Santos, Erin Blanchfield. Are you fucking kidding me or what? Jessica
That
Andrade,
lady is
Caitlin
up
Chukagian.
next. Blanchfield's up next.
And
There's
she's
no
young
way.
too. She's a young up and comer, dude.
She'll
She'll fight again.
She's got a Blanchfield.
Oh yeah, she'll fight
She'll
again.
fight.
Yeah.
Maybe Furiat.
Give her Furiat or Santos.
And then if she wins that, she's up next.
Yeah.
She's got to be. She's too good.
Mhm.
From
She
last
smoked
year,
on
from
Drosh.
last year to now, crazy.
Yeah.
And she jumped how many ranks?
Oh wow, she's had a hell of a year.
She's had a hell of a year.
I mean, Molly Meatball McCann just destroyed her and destroyed Andrade. Like, bro, she's a real deal, man.
she's got to be up. No matter what, she is a future champ. I'm calling it now.
Mhm. I would agree. All right, let's move on to coin picks. I took Barber, took 250, gave me a return of 119.
Yeah, I took Barber for 600, got a return of 285.
All right, Chidi and Albert. I didn't watch this fight. This is the only one on the whole card I did not see.
Man, Devin's laughing over there because I was just bitching about this fight for all 15 minutes, and Devin's like, okay, it's gonna be a long night. But I just mean, like, dude, to open up the card, man, I want to love Chidi, and I do love Chidi, and I want to love him, and I want to be like, Chidi, bang, bang, let's go. I want to be able to celebrate, have a good time. But man, it just the last couple performances have been just so lackluster for me. And like, I don't understand the game plan at all of what was going on with him. He was throwing 1 or 2 shots. And I know historically he gasses in the second and third round, and maybe he was just trying to conserve his energy. But dude, when you know the fight's close in that third round, and Duraev is going to try to wrestle you, he's going to hold you up against the fence. I just figured he would do a little bit more. I mean, I got to be honest here, man. This fight was a snoozer for me. It was just not good. It just wasn't good. And that's kind of how Albert Duraev, that's how he fights. It's not the most entertaining. He's gonna wrestle fuck you to death. He's gonna just try to get you up against the fence. He's gonna keep you at range, whatever. But Chidi's that knockout artist. Like, this is that guy who's got an insurmountable amount of power, and it just wasn't on display at all in this fight. And I don't even think this should have been a split. I think the judge who had Chidi win in 2 out of the 3 rounds is insane. I thought it was a Duraev win all day. He ended up getting the split decision win. I mean, we could ask what's next, but I just don't, for both these fighters, but I just don't really give a shit. So it is what it is. I had 750. I mean, what's your breakdown? What's your
I didn't watch
synopsis
the
of this?
fight.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. Well, you didn't miss much. So I did have Albert Duraev for 750 and got a return of 1,125 coin.
I had Chidi for 500.
All right. My parlay hit this week, guys. Powerful stuff here. I had Holly Holm, Nate the Train, and Duraev for 500 coin. Got a return of 1,991 coin.
All right. My parlay busted. It was Holly, Barber, Cap, Chidi. Cap got pushed, obviously, and Cheeto. So busted on that one.
All right. NW says Chidi had one of those Uriah Hall moments where he was obviously the more dangerous guy on the feet, but allowed the other guy to dictate the fight.
Mental barriers.
The entire second round was one on the feet and did nothing. I mean, that is
mental
literally,
barriers,
it is
man.
That Uriah Hall mental barrier thing where you're right. The whole time, dude, I'm scratching my head going, what the fuck is going on? Like, what? Are you going to throw a punch? Are you going to throw punches, plural? Are you going to try to, for real? Are you going to put together a combination? Are you going to do something? Like, it was just like, it blew me away the whole
Wouldn't
fight.
do anything.
I'm sitting there for 15 minutes on the big screen at the casino, just watching this fight, being like, what the fuck is going on? Is this guy going to throw a punch? It didn't make any sense. And I know he was worried about the takedown, but dude, at some point when there's 2 minutes left in the fight, just try to knock the guy out, dude. It's not like you were gassed. It's not like you threw more than 11 punches the whole fight.
Every 5 seconds, Mason was just like, what the this fucking
Dude.
he's such a piece of
Bro, I was
hope
getting pissed. I was getting real pissed. But it is what it is. You know, I'm still a fan of Chidi. I just hope he can get over these whatever is going on, the mental barriers. I don't know. It's just strange.
I'm not.
But I love the guy. He's got the sexiest voice in the UFC by far and away. Have you heard this man's voice?
No.
It's so it's smooth.
Like
and
he
it's
needs to be
deep.
reading
kind of
graphic
serenade you.
novels.
You feel
Yeah.
safe and
He needs to be
protected and
reading romance novels on Audible for sure.
Let's get a little hot and heavy. And,
Let's go.
Get a little hot and heavy.
New
Yeah.
Fabio.
Nah, yeah, he's got a slick voice for sure.
All right, let's move on to some MMA news. Our first little bit of MMA news. Let's talk about some Hall of Fame. Some more fighters were inducted. We did not talk about Anderson Silva, so we must give him his due. He is being inducted in the Hall of Fame. I think that was what, last week?
100%. Yeah, let's go. I'm going to be at the Hall of Fame too, watching that. It's going to be a great year for the Hall of Fame. I'm very, very excited. Do you want to make the announcement for who now is getting inducted, Tabor?
Cowboy.
Cowboy Cerrone, everyone. Let's go. Cowboy Cerrone. So
Deserved.
yeah, definitely. So the lineup thus far is Anderson Silva, Cowboy Cerrone, and then you guys said Jose Aldo. Is Jose this year?
Yeah, Jose's this year.
Jose's
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah, Jose Aldo Hall of Fame. Yeah.
That's
So
that's a good.
that's a
So it's
great
three so
lineup.
far, yeah.
Yeah, that's really a great lineup, and I'm very, very excited and honored to witness that.
And Jens Pulver.
oh,
And Jens, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, Jens as
was
well.
DC last year or is he this year?
DC was last year.
Last
God,
year.
why is Jens Pulver not in the fucking Hall of Fame?
He should have been in
Crazy.
Because
years
years
ago.
ago,
10 years ago.
doesn't get its respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, lightweight king, baby. But yeah, no, it's yeah. I don't Jens, that sucks for him. That it's taken this long. I'm glad, obviously, it doesn't suck that he's being inducted, but
Yeah, it
it
sucks.
sucks that it take that long to be inducted to the Hall of Fame. But I did love his reaction on his channel live when he heard the news. He started crying, and it was a good moment.
Yeah.
Good moment for him.
Yeah, beautiful lineup so far. A shout out to all of those men. Cowboy, the company man. I kind of still feel bad for him for getting fucked over with the whole Conor McGregor situation. I'm not gonna lie.
Here's $35,000 to fight
Like
Conor.
seriously, like his biggest fight of his life, and they pay him a fraction of what he deserved for that
Yeah.
fight.
Just give him $1 million.
Just a
and
mil,
let him
even
retire.
you could take the taxes out. He'll take $850.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like fucking just give the guy a bone, 30 grand to go get knocked out in
I
fucking
know.
10 seconds.
But you know what? He's doing A-okay. Trust me, he's making that movie star money, and that movie star money is fucking nice with the
Look,
royalties and
man.
residuals.
Is
So
he
he's
a
fine.
I love Cowboy. What movie star? He's got a.
Okay, listen, dude. When you're a lead in a film
Terror on
like
the
that,
Prairie?
yeah, when you're a lead in a film like that, dude, trust me, you make fucking
Was it in
bucks for
theaters?
10 years. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Under residual and union contracts, I'm telling you, whether it's streaming or not, you're making a lot of fucking money.
Good, because he
As a
deserves
leader.
it. But I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, can we put him in like every Western for the next 40 years?
I don't know. I haven't
In
seen
theaters?
all Quiet on the West, or not All Quiet on the West. Terror on the Prairie. I haven't seen it, so I can't speak to his acting capability.
I will
but-
buy us a month of Daily Wire Plus,
okay,
just so we can
'Cause I'm not
watch a
signing
Terror
up
on
for
the
that.
Prairie, and we could watch what's the other one? Run, Fight, Hide.
Run, Fight, Hide. Oh yeah, Yeah.
And there should be one more.
none that
I
I'm
think they
really
made an
interested in.
American Dora the Explorer.
Oh, okay.
So we'll
Wow.
watch that too. Review it on the other podcast.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. No, but shout out to them. Can't wait to see more. I mean, there's got to be more people they're inducting, right? How many do they do a year?
I think like 4 or 5. So I
Okay.
think
We
we're
got
I
4
think
right
we're
now.
At it. Yeah.
Yeah, Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, Francis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Francis
Francis
is-
Ngannou. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Dana's not letting that happen. That man will never get in. Anyways, let's move on to some other MMA news. We have some fights that were announced. We're going to run them down here. So the first fight that was announced that I thought really
Oh
hit
my
the
God,
fan.
this
We
is a
have Ian
great one.
Gary with his toughest test to date fighting Daniel Rodriguez. I don't believe it's a main event, but I cannot fucking
Okay.
wait for that welterweight matchup.
And boy, oh boy, is this a step up in competition for Ian Gary?
Huge.
Huge step up here. Do I think he's ready for it? Yes. Absolutely. But this is definitely his toughest fight. And stylistically, this is going to be a banger because D-Rod, baby, he stands in that pocket and he will bang. And Ian Gary wants to do the exact same thing. This is fun. Do we have a date for this? Because I don't see a date next to this. Do we know when this fight's going to happen?
Let me figure it out.
Ian Gary versus D-Rod. Daniel Rodriguez, let's see. Welterweight banger set for UFC Vegas 73 on May 13th. Nice. Okay. Wow, we're 2 months away from that. That'll be an awesome fight. I'm very, very excited for that.
We also have some main events that were announced. Arman Tsarukyan versus Renato Moicano set for April 29th, main event in Vegas, I believe.
That's a very, very strange main event. I don't know if I love that one, if I'm being honest. I love the matchup. I love the fight. I love Renato Moicano and Tsarukyan, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem high profile enough to make it a main event 5 rounds. Like, I don't really care.
There's always a few cards like this every year where the main events are a wee bit lackluster because, I mean, we're going to have some stacked pay-per-views coming up when a lot of those main card pay-per-view fights could be main events.
How about I give you Pavlich versus Blades and you be thinking heavyweight main event again? Pavlich is just going to knock him out in 30 seconds.
Yeah, would you rather watch that?
You may be
or
right,
this?
but on the under that, we have Song Yadong versus
Ricky Simone. Let's go, dude. I'm pumped about that.
That's a good fight.
Bro, we got to get Ricky on. There's no fucking excuse. The guy is literally 15 minutes away from us. One of these days, we got to get Ricky.
We got Brad Tavares, Bruno Silva, Jeremiah Wells, Matthew Summonsberger, and then we have Bobby Green versus Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon. That's a great fight, dude. This is a really, really good card for
Yasmin Lucindo, Brogan Walker.
That's the April 29th card?
That's the April 22nd.
Oh.
Brad Tavares versus Bruno Silva.
Card.
This is a really good
That's
card.
actually better than the Holloway versus Allen card, but in my opinion. But under that, we got Tanner Bosner, Ian Kuchalaba,
Edson Barboza, Billy Quarantillo. Yeah. Actually, this is a pretty good card too. Pedro Munoz, Chris Gutierrez.
That's another good fight.
That's a banger, baby. Bill Algeo versus TJ Brown. I love the Bill Algeo fight, dude. And then we got our boy Ed Herman versus Zach Cummings on that card as well, Saturday 15th.
Jillian Robertson, Pierre Rodriguez, Brandon Royval, Matthew Niclau. I mean, this is
there are some bangers in April, actually.
April's 100%. A banger of a fucking month.
And then let's talk about the most highly anticipated, closest fight that's going to be happening April 8th. And that is Gilbert Burns versus Jorge Masvidal. We have no idea who's going to win that fight. It's a toss-up.
I'm leaning Masvidal. I'm not going to lie.
Are you really?
No.
Dude, the odds right now are like minus 500 for Burns.
Yeah, I know.
Plus 400.
I know. And I think they'll go even higher. Even higher.
They will.
I think I'll probably have to go Burns by finish.
I'd go Burns by finish and to go the distance. Well,
I go Burns sub, actually.
I go Burns sub or to go to the distance, Burns, and then I would put a prop of Masvidal KO.
Oh, yeah, just because.
Plus 400. Yeah. I mean, what do you
Because we're trolling him a little bit, but I mean, dude, if he's plus 400 now on a knockout, that would be like a plus 750. So, yeah, I might lay a little cheddar on that because you know what? Jorge actually can. I mean, we like to joke around, but the dude's got knockout capability.
But will he?
No, I don't. But I
think he's a better boxer
than $40.
I think he's a better boxer than Burns.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. So Burns could get pieced up. I mean, Usman's not the greatest boxer in the world, but he knocked out Burns, so it's possible. So I'm not gonna shit on. I think Masvidal will win a pretty good fair amount of exchanges if he can do that over 3 rounds. I don't know, but if Burns doesn't go crazy and maybe if you can get him on the ground, work the ground game, do the submission, then yeah, he wins. But that's all just gonna depend on how Gilbert responds to him in his boxing. I think Masvidal is going to come out not necessarily hot, but very aggressive. What do you guys think?
I don't give a fuck, dude. I think he's going to get smashed into the mat.
I do agree with ANW. He says it's going to be a closer fight. Jorge's takedown defense isn't that bad. Gilbert isn't Colby as a wrestler, and Gilbert has had a bad habit of leading his chin up. And I do agree with that. Yeah, Gilbert Burns does leave his chin up, but I think in the wrestling department, I think Gilbert is a phenomenal jiu-jitsu practitioner and wrestler. I think he'll be able to take him down. I think he can pull off the submission. It really just depends. But I think Gilbert's going to stand and bang with Jorge. That's what I really think is going to happen. And I do think this fight will be closer. But yeah, I'm going to be picking Gilbert Burns all day. And then I'll prop that KO because Jorge could with a flying knee or something like that. He could knock out Gilbert. And those odds are going to be fucking fantastic.
He needs another flying knee KO.
Yeah, he does.
Extend his career
the
another
only
4
way.
years.
It's the only way.
Well, not
Blow
only
him
that,
up.
too. I mean, you got the whole 3-piece in the soda that's still out there with Leon Edwards.
Oh my
and
God! If he,
I know
He
bro.
wins this
if
fight.
wins,
He's fighting
no.
Leon.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk shit. Not gonna talk shit. Both fighters, professional fighters. If he gets it done, he gets it done. He gets the shot. I don't agree with it, but hey, I get it. Promotion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, does Colby? I mean, we can. Well, let's talk about that because we haven't even talked about that yet. Colby Covington, obviously next in line. I mean, is it even Colby who deserves it? Because I'm on the hype of we got to remember a name here, and that's Bilal Muhammad. Remember the name Bilal Muhammad. And if anyone deserves it in this welterweight division, I really believe it's Bilal Muhammad.
Bilal Muhammad is the most deserving fighter, but promotion wise, the UFC is just not going to do it unless he is like ranked number 1.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate.
Which is the only reason why they're pushing Colby right now.
And I understand that. I get that from a business aspect, but from a purist standpoint, like it should have been Bilal, and I feel bad.
But like we said, Dana's saying it's not Colby's fault. He clearly made weight for the backup.
Yeah.
He said he's been sending out contracts, and everyone said no. So I mean, what do we do? Do we do Colby versus Bilal? I mean, he already
that's
said
what I would like to see.
That's what I'd like to see, but they already said, hey, Colby's next up, and Leon says nah. And it's like, well, do you have much of a choice? Or
And just said that Dana even threw shot at Leon during the press conference. So yeah, I mean, he may be the champion, and all these fighters come out and say, well, Leon now has the choice. He's the one in the red corner. He's the one that's has all the say. But I think if UFC really wants to, they'll just keep offering him Colby until eventually he has to say yes.
Yeah, until they strip him.
Exactly. Just strip him. Don't even give him a fight after 6 months.
And they would.
They've done it before. They've done it before. That's
they're not big fans with Leon, I'm sure.
No.
So yeah, it is what it is. But let's move on to the next matchup that we have for a main event in June 9th. We have a main event: Jack Hermanson versus Brandon Allen, that is set for UFC Vegas. There,
I love that fight.
It's a great one.
I love it.
It's a great one. It's a perfect matchup. Did both of them match up so well on the ground? Jiu-jitsu from both men's fantastic. Both men have really good hands. Brandon Allen's going to have that reach advantage. He's probably going to fight from the outside, but if it goes down to the ground, it's a very well matched up fight.
Yeah, I'd love to see these odds because I would have Brendan probably at like a -185 to a +150 or 145 for Jack Hermanson. I know it's too early to get the odds, but that's going to be my prediction there. I think Brendan Allen will come in at the 2-1 favorite.
I'll see if I can find them real quick, but I doubt it.
Yeah, no, you probably won't find him that far out.
No.
But I am excited for that matchup. And stylistically, it makes all the sense in the world, right? Jack and Allen are great on the ground. Brendan Allen just had that really, really impressive submission win not too long ago against Silva, which was a great performance. So.
Yeah. And W says, what do y'all think of the reported Hamzat versus Costa matchup?
So, fuck, Ant, you're spoiling the news, my guy. That's our next subject.
That's the next subject.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, my question in the news, guys, our last little bit is Paulo Costa coming back? He dropped out of that fight with Whitaker. He said that technically he never signed a contract. The UFC was announcing fights before anything was ever signed and done. He was really mad at the UFC for doing that to him multiple times. A lot of speculation about Paulo Costa and possible USADA stuff. Once again, who fucking knows? Secret Juice has been live on Instagram. Is Paulo Costa coming back? He has come out recently and said that there's 2 fights that he wants. He wants Hamzat Chimaev and he wants Sean Strickland. What's the more realistic fight to happen?
I think. Okay, I'll say Strickland because they're both a little rocky right now. But I would like to see the Hamzat fight because, well, actually, no, I take that back. I'd rather see Sean Strickland fight Hamzat because he's just going to keep pressing forward. Is he going to get knocked the fuck out, leaving his chin up and his hands, in that weird position he does? Maybe, but I still think I'd like to see Strickland versus Hamzat. I think that'll be a more entertaining, more promotable fight. But from a pure standpoint, just because of Hamzat's fuck up before with his weight, I think you'd rather do Costa versus Strickland because they're going to make weight and it's going to
no.
Well,
you don't know with Pasta there.
Okay,
remember he was supposed to fight at 205 and still fucking miss weight.
So then I guess you do Pasta versus Hamzat because they both miss weight.
Let's do it yeah, and let's do it at fucking 195.
Yeah,
so they both make weight.
I know. I just don't like that. I don't like that matchup. I don't think Paulo Pasta even deserves it at this point. I think Hamzat needs to fight someone higher in the middleweight division. I mean that is kind of a lot to say because Paulo Pasta still is number 5. But I don't know. I think if Hamzat Chimaev moves up, maybe give him Vettori. I'd much rather see Hamzat Chimaev fight Marvin Vettori or Robert Whittaker than I would Paulo Pasta because he's just going to take Pasta down. I mean, look at that Luke Rockhold fight. I mean, are you kidding me? Like he was
beat
gassed.
the shit out of each other.
I know, but he was gassed in the 3rd round. Like, you don't think Hamzat's not going to smash him?
Oh, Hamzat
with
would,
that kind of cardio. Like the cardio is not good there. And we just rewatched that Hamzat Chimaev fight against Gilbert Burns last night, and Hamzat has got the cardio. He's got the cardio. So I think he would just smash Paula and Pasta, and it would be over.
I don't think they're going to do the Whittaker and Hamzat fight. I think they want to save that fight for a title.
I think Whittaker's hungry and he wants that fight. I mean, it just makes sense.
I think Whittaker's hungry for a belt. And I think the UFC is going to have to play that smart because Hamzat versus Whittaker, that's a title fight.
Yeah.
That's a main event of a pay-per-view.
See,
they don't want to waste that opportunity before someone has that belt.
It could be a big main event of a fight night, and I'd be okay with that. I do want to see that matchup. That's the one I want to see. I want to see Whittaker versus
I want to see it
first.
awesome.
What if we did Duplessis versus Hamzat? He's on the come up.
Duplessis, that's a good one too. Or I like the Pasta fight to be honest.
Duplessis versus Costa. I mean,
that's the one I'd rather see. Duplessis versus Costa, and I'll tell you why. Because both those guys kind of have cardio issues. Duplessis kind of has a cardio issue too. Moving into those 3rd rounds, he kind of starts to gas out and gets a little slower. That's the matchup you want to make.
So then you don't see Hamzat versus Whittaker, which makes sense. So then you do Vettori Whittaker, and then what? Cannonier. Hamzat, I mean,
Whittaker just beat the shit out of Vettori already.
Yeah. I know, so I'm saying like,
I want to see Vettori versus Hamzat. Both of them are wrestlers. Both of them are good strikers, good cardio.
What do you do with Whittaker then? Do you just make him wait because he's
he's number 1 contender? He fights the winner,
the winner of this championship fight. Dude.
I think Whittaker has proved himself time and time again. The guy don't have to fight.
So do I, but he's not the one that just like he likes to fight. He says
he wants to fight. He wants to fight in April too.
I think he deserves a shot. I'm just saying. Do you think he's going to wait it out? Even if he should, do you think he's going to wait it out, or do you think he's going to get a fight? Well, and if he does fight, who?
If they offer him Hamzat, he says yes, but he needs to. They don't need to offer it to.
They don't need to, and I'm telling you right now, like, how long does he got? He's got to wait 1 week. He's got to wait, or no, 2 weeks.
Yeah,
whatever,
2 weeks, and then we're going to find out.
And then he's going to get the next shot, win or lose. It does not matter. Like, well, I guess it does. I guess it does. If Israel Adesanya wins, they could do the immediate trilogy. That is a possibility that we did not think about. And then in that scenario, you could do Robert Whittaker, Hamzat Chimaev. That would make sense. But if Alex Pereira wins, who doesn't want to see Robert Whittaker try to take that belt from Alex?
I want to see it. I want to see Whittaker versus Pereira now.
Yeah.
And I know Izzy deserves that shot, immediate rematch for sure. But I want to see Whittaker versus Pereira now. And then if Whittaker won, you do Izzy Pereira 3.
That's why I want to see either Paulo Pasta versus Hamzat. You could do Duplessis versus Hamzat. You could do Vettori versus Hamzat. Paulo Pasta needs a fucking fight or get him out of the top 5 in this division. Just get him out of the rankings completely. And if he wants to get cut in the UFC, if he wants to do bare knuckle boxing, if he wants to go fight Mike Perry, I don't give a fuck. He could do that. But he needs to take a fight. And if they offer him Hamzat, I hope he says yes. And I hope he actually follows through and they make that fight happen.
Aunt W says they're going to Sweden in June. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but he says they'll need Hamzat to headline that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alex is going to vacate and go to 205, which I think he should go to 205.
Yeah, he should. He's a big boy.
The biggest fight would be Hamzat versus Robert in Abu Dhabi. That's true. But they're going to Abu Dhabi in October. I just don't think Whittaker's going to wait that long.
He might.
Well,
he might.
6 months.
Yeah,
Robert Whittaker's going to sit out for 6 months.
He could play video games.
I don't see it happening.
Play video
He's a big gamer, man. He could sit there and he could stream on Twitch all day. Fucking, he's fine. I don't think he needs the money. I think he just wants the belt.
Nonetheless, though, I mean, the middleweight division, there's so many potential matchups here.
Mhm.
Mick Maynard, Sean Shelby, they're going to have a fun time trying to figure this shit out. But I'm looking forward to it, dude. I mean, middleweight division is fun right now.
It's a lot of fun. I'm very excited for the future. Mason,
Yes,
what
sir.
is on the agenda for Big Screen Boys over on the Tremendous Digital Studios channel? Right?
Yeah, guys, go and subscribe
Tremendous
there.
Studios.
Yeah, Tremendous Studios. You can go find that channel on our page. Go subscribe over there. We're gaining subscribers like crazy. It's pretty cool. We're getting closer and closer to 20,000. Want to hit that by the end of the year. So go over there and subscribe. This week we're doing a lot of trailer reactions. We'll probably go live for a movie news, but no movies this week, guys. And that's 100% my fault. Cash wanted to do John Wick 4, but I just didn't have time to see it this week. And, it is what it is. We'll hopefully get to that next week. But, yeah, go check that out over there. Tremendous Studios, Big Screen Boys.
So John Wick 4 is in theaters?
Yep. It just hit theaters this weekend.
I still got to watch 2 and 3.
I might. You haven't. No,
Oh,
I'm
dude.
gonna keep it down.
Yeah, 3
Keep
is
it down.
tremendous. Absolutely tremendous.
Yeah, I haven't seen him yet. I still need to see Creed 2. Also.
Halle Berry.
Bro, that fight scene, that 20-minute fight scene at the end, I'm just like, dude, this is wild. And that glass studio, I'm like, what the how did you get this much choreography
Be
done?
seeing you, John.
It's
No, you
wild,
won't.
dude. You guys got to watch The Raid. It's an Indonesian film, and those are those guys who are in John Wick, and they're like the stunt coordinators. Bro, The Raid and The Raid 2 are so good, man. I mean, just the best action you'll ever see in a film.
Okay.
Yeah, it's tremendous.
Check it out.
Are you one who well, I guess this is more of a BSB conversation, but we got a minute. Are you one that likes very intricate choreography like that, or do you like more of just the BS kind of 1-2 punch? They're down.
No, I
Do you
respect
like the
that.
longer fight sequences or
Yeah.
short ones?
No, I like the longer ones and the ones that are very, very realistic. Like the John Wick one where they're like throwing forks and stuff or throwing knives at each other. And like not every knife is hitting every guy. Like it's very realistic. I love all of that kind of choreography. And I love fight choreography that's real too. Missed punches. You might clip a guy instead of actually hitting them or a leg kick. I like all that very realistic choreography, and they do a phenomenal job, that John Wick team. And shout out to Lance Riddick, RIP. That's just so fucking sad. He passed away
Who's
right
that?
before the film came out.
Can we
Lance
give him
Riddick,
an Oscar next year?
post
Yeah.
what was that called? Hominis?
Yeah.
Whatever. Post-humanist or what? I don't know. Lance Riddick was the hotel concierge in the
Oh, the black guy.
yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Absolutely. Lance Riddick. RIP. Tragic, man. Just died in his sleep, I guess. But
Oh, that's terrible.
yeah. All right. Well, on that note, everyone, thank you guys
Sad.
so much for watching
Sad face.
the Pound for Pound MMA podcast.
Yeah, guys, if you have not already subscribed down below on our YouTube channel, go do that. Smash the subscribe button, like button as well, and the bell notification to stay updated every single time we go live on this channel. Guys, we're going to start posting clips again, YouTube shorts as well. So share those on your social media content. Share all of that content on your social media accounts, guys. Also, share our audio-only platforms over there. We are on iTunes, Twitch, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, all the podcasting platforms, guys. We're over there. Give us 5-star reviews over there. That really does help. Also, share it on your social media accounts, guys. Share everything on your social media accounts, guys. Whether it's a social media post from our P4P MMA pod social media accounts, guys. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram over there. Also TikTok as well. Follow us there. Also on Rumble, guys, and Twitch. We stream on everything. We're also live on Twitter. Make sure you follow each and every single thing, please. We appreciate it.
All righty. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to the Pound for Pound MMA podcast. My name is Mason Knight. That is Tabor Craig and Devin Davis on the 1s and 2s. And until next time.
Peace.